Hey guys, welcome to the Ultimate Exotics Reptile channel. So today we're going to be looking at pop sexing snakes. A lot of you might ask, what is pop sexing snakes? It's a very weird term used, and what it is, it's a practice that we use to determine the sex of young snakes. It's a very safe way of sexing snakes, and it doesn't cause any harm and very little stress to the snakes. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll discuss a few pointers, and then we'll get into a few species and show you what pop sexing is all about. Okay, before we start sexing snakes, I just want to run through a bit of advice for you guys. So pop sexing snakes is not the best thing for beginners. It's something that can be learned, but it's not something that you want to rush. You don't want to cause any stress or harm to the snakes. So if you're unsure or you try it and it's not working, then rather get someone with a bit more experience to show you how it's done, or do the pop sexing for you until you've learned the skill and you're more confident with it. Another thing that's very important is the age of the snake. You want to make sure that with pop sexing we only do it with the young snakes. As soon as they get older, towards a year, their tail muscles get very strong and they can't be pop sexed, and then they'll need to be probed. And probing is a whole other thing which we'll do in the next series of this video. Then one last thing is make sure you know that you can pop sex the species that you're working with. Do some research. Not all snakes can be pop sexed. For example, the well-known green tree python, they've got very sensitive tails and you cannot pop sex them, you will cause them harm. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so we got three different species of snakes here that are very common in the reptile industry. We got the most common, which is the corn snake, then we have the ball pythons, and then the kelpie. So we're going to pop sex these three species and just show you how it's done, and hopefully you can learn something from it. Okay, so we have a candy cane corn snake here. Beautiful little guy. So let's start with the pop sexing. So the technique I use, you'll see I put my thumb underneath the vent along the spine of the snake, and I do a slight bend and I apply pressure just below the vent on the tail side and push upwards towards the vent, and there you go. That's a male. So you'll see the two hemipenes there that have now been inverted, and if I release they'll go back in. So I'll show you again. My thumb goes underneath the vent along the spine, and I push upwards with my index finger towards the vent, and there's the two hemipenes that come out. And as I let go, they go back in. And you see the snake is calm, does no harm whatsoever, and it's good to go. So now let's have a look at another one. Okay, I've got another candy cane here, and let's hope this is a female. Let's try and pop sex this little guy. Okay, so same technique. The thumb under the vent, index finger below the vent on the tail side, and I push up towards, and here you can see there's no hemipenes have popped out, and if you look closely you can see two little dots, and that is all you see if it's a female. You'll see nothing else. There you go, definite female. Okay, so we've done the corn snakes, and now let's have a look at the ball pythons. This is a banana ball python, and we're going to check this guy. We use the same technique for this. Often with the pythons, they're a little bit of a bigger snake, so you need to apply a little bit more pressure to get a result. So I'm pushing exactly the same technique, and I'm pushing up, and no hemipenes. And you can see the two dots there on either side, so that is a female. And that's very exciting because the females in the bananas are actually very rare, so we're very happy with that. Okay, here we have a lemon blast ball python, and we're going to just check the sex on this one by pop sexing it. So again, applying pressure gently, and it looks like something's coming out there, and there you go. That's a male. Okay, this is the last species. We're going to show you an example of pop sexing, and this is the kelpings. These guys often make quite a mess, but doesn't do you any harm. So same technique. Just the thumb under the vent, and we're going to push up, and there you go. You can see it's a male. Sometimes just one hemipene pops out, and that's fine, but that you can clearly see is a male. Okay, let's have a look at this other high white kelping, and let's check its sex here. So same technique as before. And there you go. It's another male. So we got 2 males there. That's all right. Okay guys, so we finished pop sexing the snakes, and I hope this video has shown you guys the correct techniques, and hopefully you can learn from them and be able to practice them and learn to pop sex the snakes yourself. Often in the reptile industry, we buy pairs of snakes because we like to breed them, and it can often go the wrong way when you end up buying a pair but you end up with 2 males. And being able to sex your snakes yourself will save you a lot of time and money in the long run. So guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Please like and share, and I hope we can make a lot more videos that you guys can learn from. Thanks, cheers.